Hello there. The EU's chief Brexit negotiator, Michel Barnier, has stated that any transitional agreement must have ended before 2021. This statement by Michel Barnier that the transition period must end by the 31st of December 2020 will come as welcome news to Brexiteers. It will help put to bed any fears that this transition period could somehow be extended to become a permanent feature of the future EU-UK relations. Remainers, on the other hand, will see this as severely cutting back on their window of opportunity to get us back inside the bloc. But Michel Barnier has also said that there will be no deal for the City of London post-Brexit. However, it looks like many of his colleagues on the EU side are not so happy with what some are calling his unauthorised rants, reports The Sun, with one EU official telling the paper that it is too early to draw conclusions on how the future relationship will look like. This will need to be discussed during the talks. And Miles Chellick of the City UK said, "It might be Christmas, but Michel Barnier doesn't need to play Scrooge. Just because financial services have not been encompassed in free trade agreements to date is no reason to dismiss them from a future UK-EU free trade agreement. Services make up around 80% of the UK's economy and around 70% of the EU's, with financial services making up a significant component of that. It is vital for the future competitiveness of the UK and Europe as a whole that UK and EU negotiators work to secure an ambitious and comprehensive deal." It also looks like Barnier is being sidelined by the EU Commission President Jean-Claude Juncker, who is said to be angry at Barnier's ranting. And Martin Selmayr, the head of cabinet to the EU Commission President, is also now said to be regretting his push to get Barnier into the position as EU chief Brexit negotiator. One senior source told The Sun, "Nobody pays any attention to what Barnier says in Brussels, yet in Britain it is oddly taken as EU gospel when it is not. They are not happy with Barnier. Juncker has fallen out with him because of his colossal ego, and even Selmayr is having second thoughts." It should also be remembered that the currently shelved EU-US transatlantic trade and investment partnership deal that Barnier was involved with negotiations in actually included a financial services chapter. Now, if I remember rightly, weren't we told right at the beginning that the EU was speaking as one and that we must only negotiate with Barnier and his team? Wonder how long Barnier will last in his current post and how much wider these cracks in the EU will grow as the next sets of talks unfold. And it's now looking like the UK will not have to abide by EU fishing quotas during any transitional phase, reports the FT. Despite publicly insisting that the UK would have to adopt the complete architecture of the EU during any implementation period, in private the bloc's negotiators are preparing to compromise, said the paper. Moving on, improving on last year's 5th place, the UK has come out on top for the first time in the Forbes annual survey of the best countries for business. The UK was in the top 25 countries out of 153 for all of the 15 metrics except for political risk, where it came in at 28th. The UK ranked 3rd for the size and education of its workforce and 4th for technological readiness. New Zealand was in 2nd place overall, with the Netherlands, Sweden and Canada completing the list of the top 5. And the claim that the Russians somehow convinced 17.4 million people to vote for Brexit has now been well and truly rubbished. According to an FT report, researchers at Oxford University found 105 Twitter accounts linked to Russia that tweeted in the run-up to the referendum, and the report says that there was no significant Russian activity during the referendum. And the political website Guido Fawkes points out that just one Russian Twitter account spent any money promoting tweets, and that was for just 6 ads. Most of the Russian activity on Twitter took place after the referendum. Many Russia-based Twitter accounts were actually pro-Remain. Google also reported to the Electoral Commission that it had found no evidence of paid Russian activity during the referendum. Facebook says that the grand total of 73 pence was spent by Russian accounts during the referendum, and they reached an audience of just 200 people. And one account that Remainers claimed was a Russian troll turned out to be run by a security guard in Glasgow. The Remainers are going to have to eventually face the fact that the good and sensible people of the UK listened to both sides of the argument and came to a proper democratic decision. And the sooner they accept that, the sooner we can get on building a UK for the future. What do you think? Please leave a comment below. Thank you. Please do like and share this video, and also subscribe to my channel. And when subscribing, please do remember to press on the little bell next to the subscribe button. That way you'll get an alert every single time I put up a new video. Thank you very much for watching.